Hello world, and welcome to the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show on this Wednesday, February 7th, 2018. We've been away for several days, went to Reno for the Super Bowl, so the top news right now, even though I'm a little late, is of course, if you don't know by now, the Eagles did upset the Patriots. I wasn't feeling good yesterday, so we're going to start fresh today. Any questions or anything, any comments, any subjects you want to discuss, please email to commonsenseman@gmail.com. That's common with a K. Or call in on Skype. Let's discuss these things. 805-994-0606. That's what we're here for. We're taking news from various sources on the internet and discuss them in a common sense way. All right, topping our news today, we're going to start with Fox News. Their big headline picture, POTUS wants to know. POTUS wants to know. What does that mean? Well, it's still going on on the FBI Lovebirds deal. FBI Lovebirds newly revealed text discussed Comey briefing Obama and Clinton during the Trump amid the Clinton-Trump probes. Excuse me, it's a little slow today. What does that mean? Basically, those texts we're getting prepared for talking points by FBI Director James Coney to give President Obama, who wanted to know everything they are doing. Everything they are doing. So again, this is going back to all the bullshit that happened, is that a year and a half ago? We're still talking about it. We're probably going to be talking about it forever. Let's get over it. Let's move on. If we probed every political situation that's ever happened, that's all we'd be doing, because we all know that most politicians are crooked in some way. At least that's how we grew up, being told by our uncles and everybody that all politicians are crooked. So it's not news, not news to me. Moving over to CNN, again, one of their top things: Trump still wants to talk to Mueller against advice from his counsel. Here's one problem that Trump can fix right now, and it has to do with immigration. And let me tell you, he's willing to shut down the government again if the Democrats cannot get on board with doing some changes to immigration, and that has to do with letting killers in and stuff like that, which I don't know enough about it, but I agree with that. I mean, there should be some changes if that's the case. That it's just a free-for-all coming in here. That's not right. And he says that we're the only country that's like that. I don't know that either, but it's probably true, because if we just have an open gate for everybody, I personally don't think that's a good idea. Because it does let in people that are unwanted, and we don't need in this country. We're already violent enough as it is. So again, I'm not going to dwell too much on that, because it's just the same old bullshit news again. Still trying to get this up, but someone's got to step up on both sides. And again, I'm not left or right, but I probably lean a little more left, obviously. But yeah, if that's the case, Dems, step up and fucking make this thing happen. Okay, moving over to CNBC. Stocks turned positive after a steep early slide. So they kind of started off bad this morning, but moving up on the rebound. That's about it on CNBC. Okay, so going to USA Today. Vomit illness spreads at the 2018 Olympics. What that is
frankly, I'll go a step further. If we don't change,
there's cases of
we don't get
norovirus, which is something that I guess is very common over there in January and February. There's about 86 victims now. He's a lot of vomiting and stuff like that. So
if we don't change it, let's have a shutdown. We'll do it.
That's that. And on that same note, on USA Today, there's a televangelist in Texas that is saying you don't need the flu shot if you have Jesus. So there you go. Don't bother getting the flu shot if you have Jesus, according to this televangelist in Texas. Moving over to BBC News, here's one I like. Trump plans to top France's military parade. He was so impressed when he went over there for Bastille Day with their military parade down the Champs-Elysees. If you've ever been there, you have to do it. It's one of the most famous streets in the world. And quote from the president, which I'm digging this: "It was one of the greatest parades I've ever seen. We're going to have to try to top that." That's awesome. I'd go ahead and try that. And that is, I know the France does. I have been there for Bastille Day in France, and it is just off the hook. They really take that to the next level over there when it comes to their Independence Day. All right, moving over to sports. Not a whole lot in sports. Just one with LeBron. LeBron would never waive his no trade clause. He's in it to win it with his team. He will not jump ship for this. For the remainder of the season. And that's about it. Besides the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, which we already know that now. That's it. On this date, though, if you want to on this date thing, in February 7th, 1987 is when MJ dunked from the foul line. And his impressive feat there. That's, is that 20 years ago? Not 30 years ago. Holy moly, 30 years ago. Time flies. All right, moving over to my favorite entertainment, TMZ. And, of course, who's topping the story? My favorite person to talk about, because I don't know who the hell, I know her name, but why is she even here? Kyle Jenner. Talking about her baby was just born. Stormy is her name. Stormy's name was chosen before birth because it was on one of the $580 blankets she received for her baby shower. Already had Stormy embroidered on it. That was a light gray baby alpaca blanket, by the way. Again, I don't really know why she's in the news besides her name. And she's married to Travis Scott. I don't even know who that is. Sorry. Anyways, that's it for the. That's it. That's gonna be it for Hollywood news today. Travel news. Hey, now let's get the travel news. A couple things on travel news. The most popular Valentine's Day destinations on Airbnb this year, and you're not going to be surprised to hear them. Topping it is one of my favorite places to go visit, Paris. Next is Tokyo, never been there. LA, of course, I've been there. London, been there. New York City, been there. Those are the top travel things on Airbnb for Valentine's Day. Now, you're wondering, where's the most romantic restaurant in the U.S.? You want to take your woman to the most romantic restaurant. Well, Yelp has put in their top 25 most romantic restaurants in the United States based on volume of reviews mentioning the word romantic as well as ratings. So, I can't go through 25 of them, but topping the single most best one is Cafe Monarch, a lovely family-owned restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona. Cafe Monarch, Scottsdale, Arizona. You are rated the #1 restaurant for Valentine's Day, which is coming up next week, by the way. Okay, that's going to end this little kind of off session. I wasn't on my game today, but thanks for tuning in to the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show. Please subscribe to the Common Sense News and Talk Show on my YouTube channel. And please call in or email in commonsenseman@gmail.com or call 805-994-0606. Let's start discussing some of these. Let's open up this to discussion and get this show going as we end this episode. Have a great rest of your day.